Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Senator Bill Diamond, and I'm proud to be the chair of the Maine State Bicentennial Commission. This is, as you all know, and as obvious as it is, this is a one-time celebration, and we're all privileged to be part of that celebration. And I can tell you that we're going to get into it a little bit here, but some of the events, and not the least of which we're going to talk about today in a little more depth, are going to be spectacular. And I think that you need to understand that our role is to help and assist communities around the state that want to do their thing. But we also have planned some signature events for the state of Maine as well. And we're going to hear about a couple of those, but primarily going to talk about the Maine State Bicentennial Parade. Before I do that, though, I want to introduce Dave Cheever over here. Dave is the vice chair of the commission, and he's also, you probably recognize him as a former state archivist who was there forever. And I think his name is on the Constitution. I think we asked about that before. We also have Kristen Buzinski. Sorry, Kristen, where is she? Kristen has worked hundreds of hours volunteering on this project. We've been working for 2 years putting this all together. The commission was created by the legislature, and we've been working for 2 years planning, organizing, and fundraising. So this whole event coming up starting in 2020, a lot of people have donated a lot of their time. Alyssa Wood is our director. She's right beside Kristen. And so thank you to all of you for all you've done there. And we're here to talk about, primarily, as I say, we talk about the parade that takes place on May 16th. That's a Saturday at 10 a.m. in Lewiston, Auburn. And what a better location we could not find. We're so thrilled with that decision and Lewiston, Auburn's participation in this. And we want to thank the mayors, Mayor Kristen Cloutier of Lewiston and Jason Levesque, Jason's here, of Auburn. Thank you very much for all of your work, and also the Lewiston Deputy City Administrator, Dennis Dote, and Auburn City Manager, Peter Creighton. Where's Peter? I know Peter's here. Good. Is Dennis here? Dennis, I'm looking right in front of you. Thank you. So we're proud to announce today that Poland Spring is our presenting sponsor for this parade. Poland's, yes, that would be nice. The reason that we are meeting on this historic campus and in this wonderful building is because of Poland Spring stepping up. They're doing a lot more than the parade, but they're the key person, the key persons and company and business that stepped up in doing things like this for the commission and for the state of Maine. So we're so pleased to partner with Poland Spring. They are a partner of the commission. They're also a partner of the state of Maine, and we couldn't be happier or prouder to stand with them. Their values are Maine's values, and we really thank them for everything that they've done and all that they're going to do. In fact, I'm going to ask Heather Printup to come up. Heather is the Community Relations Manager, and I'm hoping that one of the things she's going to allow is maybe a float in the parade, a Poland Spring float, because this is their 175th year. So anyway, Heather, thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill. Well, welcome again, everyone. This is one of my favorite spots on the Poland Spring property. I actually started directly in this building 19 years ago. So I'm pretty happy that you all could be here today. Poland Spring's legacy runs deep. You can see that represented in this building alone. Dating back to 1900 is this building, the company itself dating back to 1845. So the state of Maine was really only 25 years old when Poland Spring was established, and that's pretty remarkable. Next year, we will be celebrating our 175th anniversary in combination with, obviously, Maine's Bicentennial. And what a better way to commemorate that than by sponsoring the Bicentennial Parade. So we will be happy to announce that we are contributing $50,000 towards that parade, an additional $15,000 towards bicentennial events throughout the year. So a very proud moment for both the state of Maine and for Poland Spring. We'd also like to inform everyone that our Poland Spring Hydration Station will be available at the event, supplying none other than our wonderful product to spectators. And we're just very honored and proud to support the event and everything that the commission is doing to emphasize both the birthday and Poland Spring water. So now I'd like to introduce Dennis Dutay. Everybody's gonna botch that, huh? And Jason Levesque.
I really don't understand why people have trouble with my last name. It's so easy to spell. But my name is Dennis Dutay, Deputy City Administrator for the City of Lewiston. Just on behalf of the City of Lewiston, I want to start by saying thank you to Poland Spring for extremely generous sponsorship and enthusiasm over the Maine's 200th birthday. Poland Spring's longtime, highly respected name and product provide a tremendous boost to our bicentennial outreach and strengthens our message that 2020 will be celebrated in an unforgettable manner. Your 175 years as a Maine employer is remarkable, and we are so proud that you have chosen to partner with us. Lewiston has a multifaceted economy, a diverse population, and is experiencing an ongoing transformation of what we have to offer. From a variety of great restaurants, performing arts, festivals, sporting events, historic landmarks, healthcare, 4 colleges, to nature trails, we are proud to showcase our city, a city that has played a proud role in Maine's history. Today, Lewiston's downtown is growing, arts and culture abounds, breweries and festivals continue to be a draw, and Lewiston's economy has greatly diversified. We are proud of our city, and we look forward to welcoming people from across Maine to the place we call home on May 16th, 2020. In closing, thank you again to Poland Spring. In addition, I'd like to thank Senator William Diamond, the entire Maine Bicentennial Commission, and our municipal partners in Auburn for their efforts to celebrate our state's 200th. I encourage our cities and counties from across the state to join the fun and celebration by entering a float or marching unit or participating in the once-in-a-lifetime Bicentennial Band. Together, especially with Poland Spring's sponsorship, Maine's 2020 Bicentennial year will clearly be one for the history books. Thank you. And I introduce Jason.
Hi, I'm Mayor Jason Levesque from the City of Auburn. Thank you very much for being here today. A little less formal than my counterpart in Lewiston, kind of stroll down memory lane if we could. This year, we've been celebrating our 150th anniversary, Auburn's Bicentennial. Early on, we decided to do a parade, bring back that sense of community that parades always have, and celebrate our past, our present, our future. I think we had one of the biggest parades this year in Maine, and it was wonderful to see 8,000 folks lining the street of Main Street in Auburn, and especially all the floats, namely the Bicentennial float, which arguably was one of the better floats in our entire parade. It was just such a great way to kick off Maine's Bicentennial. And then a couple short days after that, we got the phone call asking for a meeting to see if Auburn wanted to host the Bicentennial Parade, one of our great signature events this coming year in Maine. It was unanimous, absolutely. And we're so glad it's coming together nicely. We're super happy that Poland Spring is really our signature sponsor of this event. I grew up in Poland, actually in Poland Spring, so I drank your water every single day. So I'm sure a little bit of Poland Spring is embedded in my DNA, just like it is so many thousands of other Mainers. As I started growing up in business and in government, no matter where I went, whether it be the halls of Augusta or the halls of Congress or the boardroom of a Fortune 500 company, there was always a bottle of Poland Spring water there. And no, I didn't bring it myself. They always provided it. But it's just amazing to me that Poland Spring has been part of this country's history for 175 years. It's been witness to some of the greatest events that this country and some of the most momentous moments both locally and nationally. So it is extremely fitting that Poland Spring be one of our great sponsors here. I'm looking forward to showing the entire state and all of New England what Auburn and Lewiston can do and how we can celebrate Maine's birthday. I expect, and you can hold me to this, over 50,000 people to descend upon Auburn and Lewiston for the weekend of May 16th in 2020. And I think those 50,000 people from every corner of New England are going to be amazed at what they see. So thank you again for coming. At this point, I'd like to introduce Mr. John Neal. John Neal, who happened to be one of my teachers at Edward Little, a couple of years ago, who's going to be heading up the Maine State Marching Band. Thank you. John, good to see you.
Thank you very much. You know, as a lifelong Mainer, I am just so excited to be part of this celebration and to have this opportunity to direct this once-in-a-lifetime bicentennial band. I have had a 40-year career in music education and band directing in the state of Maine, as Mr. Levesque remembers. So we're very excited to be working with the Maine Band Directors Association, the Maine Music Education Association, and pulling together what we hope is going to be a band for the people. A band for the people to be part of, a band for the people to enjoy on May 16. So already we have selected a couple of accessible music selections, classic matches. They're going to be on the website, which I'll speak about in a moment. People can log on to that website, which is maine200parade.com. Go to the link that says participate. Click on that link. The Bicentennial Parade opens, and all the registration opportunities are there. The music will be there. People can download it, play it on on their computer, or print it off and practice it. We are going to schedule regional rehearsals around the state. So whether people are from Fort Kent or Kittery, Oquasic or Eastport, we're going to go to them and put this band together as the spring wears on. We'll be making those rehearsals around the state. We're looking for any Mainer who plays a marching band instrument or has any experience in color guard to take part in this event. So I'm especially hoping that the community band members, of course we'd like the community bands to be part of the parade, but if that's a particular band isn't part of it, we certainly want those band members in this bicentennial band. We hope that the university and college musicians will sign up to be part of this thing. We hope that the high school band students will be with us as well. Any high school band student that's not going to be in the All-State Music Festival ought to be in this band, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and they're not going to want to miss it. And really, we're looking for members as young as age 13. I think a solid middle schooler is going to succeed in this band. We've particularly hoping to make it accessible. We don't want to pick music that's extremely difficult and scares people away. And I also want to say nobody should be scared away from marching in this event. I think anybody that can walk a couple miles can do it. We're going to have some basic skill building, if you will, around holding the instrument and roll stepping and turning a corner and standing in line. And I think if anybody can do that, they're going to succeed at this and need not be afraid to be part of this thing. So again, the website is maine200parade.com. People will click on the link that says participate, click on the link for the Bicentennial Band, and then the registration materials are there. The music is there. There'll be, I hope, some messages from me as we get going to guide people through the process. And then, once we know who's registered, we'll schedule these regional rehearsals and get this thing moving. I'm also very grateful that the Norway Savings Bank Arena is making their space available to us in Auburn on the day before the parade for our dress rehearsal, if you will. And then we're excited to be in Lewiston, Auburn on the 16th and represent the state of Maine. So again, I'm so thrilled to be part of this thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. That's, as you can see, this intergenerational parade is a wonderful idea, and we just hope, as John said, so many people can join us. And this is, if you're feeling the excitement now, you can imagine what it's going to be like as we get closer to May 16th. Some of you have asked about the tall ships that's coming to Maine, and Dave Cheever is the guy who's been working on that, plus other things. So if you want to talk with him at some point, please. He really does have a good handle. He's worked very hard on this for well over a year, maybe even 2 years. So Dave has done a wonderful job. So tall ships are going to be coming from all the way up and down the coast. So it's going to be an exciting event. So please talk with Dave. So thank you again, John, for that. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Dennis and Jason, for being here, and for Lewiston, Auburn. We couldn't be prouder than to be in Lewiston, Auburn with a major event like this. And we really are pleased that you all are doing all the work you're doing. Thank you. And remember, it's Maine200parade.com. And you just, as you just heard, you can sign up to be in the band, and you can sign up with a float, and it's going to be very exciting. We want to thank again, can't say it enough, to Poland Spring for your generous donation, contribution, and allowing this to be all it can be. And that generous contribution matches all the effort that's going into this. So thank you again, Poland Spring, for everything. And now, any questions that you may have, please. We really appreciate you all being here. It's a real proud event for all of us, and we thank you for taking the time and sharing this exciting news. So thank you all.